So let's check the next layout type, which is a frame layout. So this layout is a simple container that can hold a single child view. It is often used to display overlays or other transient UI elements. So let's go to the documentation and let's see what are the properties this frame layout is giving us. Sorry, I'm typing framework, which is frame layout. Okay, and we will go here and in the frame layout. Okay, so frame layout is designed to block out an area on the screen to display a single item. Okay, so generally frame layout should be used to hold a single child view, because it can be difficult to organize child views in a way that's scalable to different screen sizes without children overlapping to each other. Okay, also you can add multiple children to a frame layout and control their position within the frame layout by assigning gravity to each child using the Android layout gravity attribute. Okay, so it is telling us that you can use multiple childs, but generally it is used to show a single child. Okay, so child views are drawn in a stack with the most recent added child on the top. So the size of frame layout is the size of its largest child plus padding, visible or not if the frame layout parent permits. So what is this thing? I will tell you also. So let's check the properties it is giving us. So in child layout we have frame layout, we have this foreground gravity, defines the gravity to apply the foreground drawable. The gravity defaults to fill. Okay, and we have set foreground gravity, set measure children. Okay, we have generate layout params. Okay, we don't need this actually. Okay, so to make it easy, I will give you one example of frame layout in Android Studio. Okay, so let's create a layout and name it to activity underscore frame. Okay, so I forgot to change this root element here, so I will change it here, no problem. Frame layout. Okay, so my layout is frame layout. See, now exactly that frame layout is not used for parent element, because as it is recommended, it should be used for the child element or child view. So I will go to relative layout. I will copy that entire code of relative layout and paste it into the frame layout. Okay, now I want to put some icon on this button. I want to put some icon on this button at this side, at the right side. Okay, so to put that onto this button, which means it is overlapping this button, I will use frame layout. Okay, I will use frame layout. So how to use that frame layout? So now let's see which button is that. This is the button. So I will wrap this button using frame layout. I will make a frame layout as a parent to this layout. Width I will write wrap content, height I will write wrap content. See, so what I want to do is, instead of this button, I will wrap this button into a frame layout. So all the parameters I am giving to this button, I will give it to this frame layout, so that it will be it will come, or it will be treated as that button only. Okay, but for us it is a frame layout, but it should be treated as, or it should be treated like the button only. The meaning of treated means the properties of that button should be same as this frame layout. Okay, and here I will give ID which is layout frame. Okay, now this button I will copy and paste into this frame layout. Okay, now let me put height and width to this button. So to this button, height I will keep wrap content, but as a width I will keep match parent. Okay, and if I reformat it, see there is a shortcut button to reformat your code, which is Control Alt L. See this reformat code. It will beautify your code. Now see this error is coming. Why? Because this button cannot find this ID directly because it is inside this. It is not a sibling of this button. Direct sibling of this button is frame layout. So I will change this to frame layout. See, now you can see it is coming as we wanted. Okay, see these connections, these relative connections you can give directly to only the siblings of the same tree layout. So what is same tree or same level? So this is the parent layout, this is the first tree or first deepness, you can say. After that, this is also on the first level, this is the second level of deepness from to this layout. Why? Because it is inside this. So these two components are the siblings, direct siblings, but this button and this button is not a direct sibling, right? Because they do not belong to the same parent. Okay, so this is the parent and this button is the child of this parent, right? So the relative connection is also used for the same siblings. In frame layout also you have to do these things. Okay, in any layout only you will do that thing, not only this layout. In any layout, direct siblings has to be connected. Now I want to put that icon here, so that icon I will use as image view. So this image view I will type, and width will be wrap content. Right now it will be wrap content. Let's see how that image comes. Now src is the attribute where I can provide a source for the image view. Okay, now by default there are a lot of things added, so let's type drawable. In drawable generally you have all those things, or in MIP map you can have those things. So MIP map IC launcher is there, and drawable launcher foreground. Okay, this I can use. See, if I hold control and click on that drawable, I can see this drawable, right? This drawable I want to use where? This drawable I want to use here next to the button, right? So what I will do is, now into this frame layout I want this button here. Okay, but see what is happening here is my button has gone slightly above to this alignment. It is not into this alignment. These buttons are not into the same alignment, right? Because my height is wrap content here and my image view is more in the height, right? The height of this button and the height of this image view is different. So this parent is wrapping to the most biggest element, which is the image view in terms of height, and in terms of width it is wrapping this button. Now what I will need to do here, so there are two things. First way is you decrease the height and width of this image view, or you increase the margin bottom of this button. These are the things you can do. Okay, or else you can put them into one you can put these three elements into one layout, so that these buttons will come into the same level, but we don't want to do that. It is also a possible way. So let's try to do this here. Okay, so let's try to align this. So the easiest way to do this is, you see this height of my parent layout is this. This is my parent layout. The height of parent layout is this. This icon is coming exactly at the center. center vertical. So if I try to align this item there in the center, there are chances that my layout can see properly. Okay, so as we have seen in the documentation, we just read that you can set the items according to the gravity. See, you can control position within the frame layout by assigning gravity to each child using the layout gravity attribute. So I will do what? I will provide layout gravity and I will write center. Okay, so you see it is coming exactly to that layout. Now what I want to do is I want to give a gravity of end to this image view. Okay, so layout gravity and I will write end. Okay, one more thing I want to tell you is you can use multiple gravities using this symbol. I can write end and top. This is also possible. You can write multiple gravities using this symbol. Okay, but right now we don't want to use it. It is not needed. Okay, now now you see this icon is exactly somewhere we want, but a little bit our name is not being shown, right? So one more property we can have, and that is the gravity for content. So as I have said, you will use gravity to define the gravity of its inner elements or sub view or child views. So here I can use gravity because the text is the child view, and if I write gravity to start, see now my name is coming to the start. Okay, here one more thing, one more gravity I want to use, start and center, so that my name will come to the center. Otherwise it was going a little bit upward. See, if you can see that it is moving upward, and if I write center, it is coming to the center. So now my icon is set, my button is also set. Now I want to give some gravity to this, or some margin to this, so that it will be aligned with this, right? So there is one way that I can include this into this frame view, frame layout, or I can give margin bottom to this button. So if this margin bottom 12 is given for this, I can give some margin bottom like 24 to this, or you can say 50. Okay, so this number is not accurate, it is coming. So one way is that you can include this button into your frame layout. That is the most easiest thing you can do. Remove this margin, okay, and remove this everything and put gravity to start and center. And width to wrap content. Okay, now this there is something, this width is 180 dp only. Okay, so we will delete this, we will keep it as match parent. Okay, and we will give that 180 width to this button, login button, and this width. Okay, no, some problem is coming here. We have to give this layout gravity to end and center, not start and center. Okay, and width 180 to both the buttons. Okay, so what changes we did? We have taken that button inside this frame layout. Now this entire layout has three components: button 1, button 2 and image view. So the width of this button is 180 and the gravity is set to start and center, so that it will come to the left side and center of this layout into the height also. And then button 2, it is end and center. See, layout gravity is end and center, but the gravity is start and center. Why? Because the content inside it should come to the start and center, but the gravity of that button, it will be end and center, and this gravity is to the end. Center it is automatically showing to the end then. So this end, and this start. So like that your view is completed. You can show this button or this image over to this text view also. Okay, so showing this overlapping view is possible in frame layout and constraint layout only. In relative layout also it is difficult to show at the exact position, but in constraint layout it is very much sure and very much powerful layout, where you can show that element anywhere you want, be it overlapping, be it anything. Okay, so this is how we are using frame layout. So let's try to learn other layouts in the next session. We will stop it here right now.